Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be watching some gender reveals that went wrong.
Chris OJEDA. In June of 2018, New Jersey man Chris OJEDA invited friends and relatives to his Somerset home.
Okay, so whenever I first clicked in this video, I thought it would be a funny video. Apparently this is going to be a really scary video where people are literally going to die.
For a triple celebration that included his birthday, Father's Day, and a gender reveal for his unborn child. A stunt regarding the latter involved 34-year-old OJEDA kicking a football filled with dye that was meant to reveal if he was going to have a boy or a girl.
Okay, so he's gonna kick this football, he's gonna like fall over and break his neck. Gender reveal parties aren't a big thing in the UK, and honestly I'm quite happy they're not. I just couldn't imagine going to one, like it's such a waste of time. Just push the baby out and we'll see if it's got a pussy or a vagina. Oh god, I meant a vagina or a willy. See, I don't understand it.
The guests had gathered in the garden and began filming the stunt. With a beer in one hand and sunglasses on his eyes, OJEDA kicked off his flip-flops and stepped up to the ball. He struck it, and a pink cloud of smoke filled the air as guests exclaimed, "It's a girl!" The celebratory atmosphere lasted but a moment, as after kicking the ball, OJEDA slipped and fell backwards on his foot.
Did he literally break his foot after kicking a football? That honestly must be the worst gender reveal party ever. Like, I'd be furious if I was the father. I'm literally revealing the gender of my child and I broke my ankle.
Which bent at an awkward angle. He was left writhing in agony on the ground as his pregnant wife and other guests rushed to his aid. OJEDA, who'd heard several crunching sounds as he landed on his kicking foot, was helped to a chair, and the pain he experienced reportedly got so intense that his vision became blurry.
So he literally fell over, fractured his ankle, sprained it, whatever he done to it, and his vision turned out blurry. He must be in a lot of pain if his eyesight's going like that. That's genuinely terrifying. Like, if that happened to me, I actually think I'd cry.
His wife took him to the hospital where doctors would tell him that he'd broken his ankle. OJEDA, who'd come up with the idea for the gender reveal, was forced to stay off his injured leg for several weeks.
So he literally had to like sit in a wheelchair for several weeks. That must suck. Like, I've never properly injured myself before and I'm scared of something like that happening. I don't know why. Like, I just feel like I'd be the type of person to literally break their leg and have to get it amputated.
Texas plane crash. On September the 7th of 2019, a plane crashed in Turkey, Texas, while the pilot was carrying out an elaborate stunt as part of a gender reveal for a friend. The identities of those involved haven't been disclosed, but the aircraft was owned and operated by Horan Spraying Service, a crop dusting business based in Plainview. The one-seat plane was flying at a low altitude and stalled, following the release of about 350 gallons of pink water.
So somebody is literally trying to reveal the gender of their child using a plane. I don't understand why you do that, and they crashed it. That's such a waste of a plane. Like, do people actually want to do that? Do people genuinely care about gender reveal parties that much that they will literally put their lives in the line?
It crashed into the ground, sustained considerable damage, and came to a stop inverted. Fortunately, the pilot and passenger survived the crash with minor injuries.
So you're telling me they literally fell from the sky in a plane and survived with minor injuries? I don't know why, but I low-key have a fear of getting into a plane crash. Like, I always talk about how I want to, but then I also don't. I want to be like them where I get into one, but I don't get injured. Imagine the stories you could tell. Like, that honestly would be so scary. Knowing me, I'd make a YouTube storytime video on it.
There were no prior mechanical faults with the plane, and a National Transportation Safety Board report concluded that the aircraft simply got too slow and unbalanced following the water discharge.
Well, I mean, there's the people who nearly died doing a gender reveal. Do you want to know something? If I were the parents, I'd be so scared, because imagine the lawsuits they would get. Oh my god, it's not worth the money.
Pamela Crimea. 56-year-old Pamela Crimea died in October of 2019 after being hit with shrapnel from an explosion involving an improvised device meant to be used during a gender reveal.
Wait, so you're telling me somebody made a bomb for their gender reveal? There was literally a terrorist attack in Liverpool a couple days ago where a guy literally blew himself up. Why are these people making bombs? This is so bad. They literally took a woman's life, an innocent woman's life, for their gender reveal. Nah, I'm sorry, these people need to be arrested.
The party was held at Crimea's residence in Marion County, Iowa, for her son Brad and his girlfriend Kirsty Rankin. The family had placed colored powder along with gunpowder into a metal tube that was welded to a metal base. A piece of wood separated the two powders, and a hole had been drilled into the side of the tube for a fuse.
So they basically made a pipe bomb. I swear that's literally illegal in America to make a bomb. Who knows what they could have done to the bomb? Maybe they were like an extremist or like a far right or left person who literally like hated people. That's just stupid. Like, these people deserve to be in jail.
The family expected that their improvised stand would function like a cannon, with the gunpowder ignited and pushing the dye through the top of the tube, which had been covered with tape. They'd hoped to post the reveal on social media for other loved ones to see. The party took a tragic turn as the contraption ended up functioning like a pipe bomb. The blast obliterated the tube and base, sending metal fragments flying at great speed.
That's honestly so sad. Like, I genuinely feel bad for the person who died. They literally lost their life because of somebody like that. Why would you literally do that? Like, why can't people just have a cake or, like, I don't know, a balloon explode? In their case, they made a bomb explode.
One of the shards struck Crimea in the head, even though she was 45 feet from the blast zone. She died on the spot, and the projectile that hit her flew for another 144 yards before landing in a nearby field. Sheriff Jason Sandholt expressed his condolences to the family, but also offered the incident as a reminder to members of the public of how dangerous homemade explosives can be.
Well, I mean, everybody knows a homemade explosive is not good. Literally everyone does. So was the woman like a family member? That must suck even more. Like, that must really be bad for them. It's bad enough that they literally took somebody's life, but it was also a loved one. Apparently, like, the police only warned them, so I don't know if they got arrested in the end. Surely they should. I'm telling you right now, if my mum or dad went to a gender reveal party and they got killed in a bomb, I would be suing the family.
Autumn Garrett, on July the 8th of 2017, a mass shooting occurred at a house in Coleraine, Ohio, during a gender reveal party held for 21-year-old Cheyenne Willis. About a dozen guests had stayed into the night to watch a Spider-Man movie. At around 11 p.m., two gunmen burst into the Capstan Drive home and opened fire on those inside. At least 14 bullets flew through the living room.
That is why I'm scared of guns. I'm pretty sure there's a few guns in Northern Ireland. Actually, there probably is a lot because of stuff that's happened in the past. But in America, guns are literally legal. Like, is that not so scary? A lot of people use the excuse that it's used to protect them, but I don't believe that. Like, I just don't like them. Guns genuinely terrify me. Like, if them people didn't have the guns, that wouldn't have happened.
Before the attackers fled, 8 people and a dog were injured while Willis's cousin, 22-year-old Autumn Garrett, was shot dead. Willis was shot in the thigh and, in the aftermath, reported that she'd suffered a miscarriage. The authorities would face difficulty in piecing together the context and circumstances surrounding the shooting.
Exactly, was that like some freak attack? That's even scarier because they probably didn't expect that. Like, they probably didn't have any like drama with other people or families. That was literally just an isolated attack, and that's terrifying.
As many witnesses had given them false leads. In fact, Willis would also reveal that in spite of her initial statements, she was never pregnant. It's unclear why she'd lied and held what was essentially a fake gender reveal party. Investigators connected a number of survivors to drug activity, but fatal victim Garrett, a young mother from Indiana, and her husband, who was among those injured, didn't have such affiliations and were only guests.
Wait a minute, that was a big plot twist. So it turns out the woman wasn't actually pregnant, she was faking it. Oh my god, what? It's bad enough that they literally got shot and somebody died, but that's like another corner we just went around. Maybe it was a planned attack, like maybe somebody there didn't want somebody else alive, so they invited them and then like tried to hire a hitman.
Law enforcement eventually found that Willis had been the target, but concluded that the gunman had opened fire with the intention of killing everyone inside. Willis had become the focus of a murder-for-hire plot orchestrated by Rashawn Bishop, aged 28, who was already in custody on drug trafficking charges at the time of the shooting. He enlisted the help of a man named Vandell Slade, who produced 2 shooters for hire from Columbus. They were identified as James Eccles and Michael Sannon, both in their early 20s, and Slade had reportedly been the one to drive the shooters to the residence. All 4 men were charged in the aftermath of the shooting with murder and attempted murder.
Okay, that's good. I don't know why they done that. I'm sorry, but if you look at him right there, he's scaring me. It's just the way his eye is. Like, I'm telling you right now, these people have guns and they shouldn't have their hands on guns.
Incendiary burnout. In 2019, law enforcement from Australia's Queensland state released drone footage of a vehicle that had erupted in flames as part of a warning against burnouts, an increasingly popular trend among people looking to make an impression with their gender reveal parties.
Yet again, what is up with these gender reveal parties? I swear that car literally caught fire. What is the point? Like, I don't understand it. I'm just so happy in Northern Ireland that we like look at like the IV things, or like, I don't know, the scanny footage you get whenever the baby's in your stomach. Why is this a thing? Like, do people genuinely care enough?
The cars are rigged to emit clouds of either blue or pink smoke, but the stunts can often end in disaster, as demonstrated in the footage shared by the authorities. The incident had occurred on April the 18th of 2018. At first, the reveal had gone as planned, with guests celebrating as they filmed the car driving down the road engulfed in blue smoke. Shortly after coming to a stop, however, it caught fire, forcing the driver and other guests to flee for their lives.
Yeah, that is genuinely terrifying. Like, imagine that. The thing is, they probably don't expect something like that to happen, but it could happen so easily. This video's literally put me off everything. Like, I'm not gonna go to a birthday party, a gender reveal party, into a car, even into an airplane. Like, I've got a feeling I'm gonna get injured.
It kept burning in the middle of the road as thick smoke, which from blue had turned to black, rose into the air. A spokesman for the Queensland Police Service told the media that as a result of the incident, a 29-year-old man was convicted of dangerous operation of a motor vehicle.
Good, he deserves it. He should be put into jail. If you're gonna play stupid games, you'll win stupid prizes. Imagine if it turned out the woman who was pregnant was actually cheating on her husband with another man, and then she gave birth to a black baby. I guess the gender reveal colour was right in the end, wasn't it?
Christopher Peckney, in February of 2021, expecting father Christopher Peckney from New York was killed in an explosion by a contraption he'd been building for the gender reveal of his unborn child.
Yet again, a child has lost a father. A wife has also lost a husband, and people have lost like a family member, friends, loved ones because of a stupid bomb. When are people gonna understand that gender reveal parties should not end with explosions? I swear this is literally the second time somebody has died due to a gender reveal bomb. This should be put down as terrorism.
28-year-old Peckney had been assembling the device, which reportedly contained a pipe, in his garage alongside his brother, Michael. Both men were described by other family members as mechanically gifted. The nature of the gender reveal invention wasn't specified by the authorities, but some have speculated that in trying to build a device that would release smoke or fireworks, Peckney had inadvertently created a pipe bomb. The police, responding to reports of an explosion, arrived at the residence in the Catskills town of Liberty. The blast had killed Peckney instantly and injured Michael, who was rushed to the hospital and treated for severe injuries to his legs, with medical staff essentially having to rebuild one of his knees.
Wait a minute, so somebody died, didn't they? Oh, did the woman die? I don't know if she did. Okay, never mind, that's even worse than what I thought it was. Yet again, when are people gonna stop doing these stupid things?
Gender reveal in Philadelphia. In 2018, a video started circulating on YouTube of a gender reveal party that went wrong in Philadelphia. The clip was even featured on the New York Post's channel, but the identities of those involved weren't made public. An expecting couple lit the fuse in some firework tubes with the color of the pyrotechnics expected to indicate the gender of their unborn child.
Okay, so I think I know what's gonna happen. It's gonna turn out that actually the firework went back and exploded in their faces. So we've had people messing with cars, bombs, and now fireworks. Did these people not understand these things are stupid? Also, aren't all of these things in America? What is up with America and their obsession with explosions and like guns?
Some commenters were quick to point out the couple's poor decision making, as they'd chosen to set the fireworks off from a wobbly clothes rack. Soon enough, several were launched into the sky, but the tremor from their ignition had caused others to topple over from their unsteady support. Panicked screaming erupted as the pyrotechnics started flying into the partygoers. The footage would show several of them, including the camera handler, fleeing in an effort to escape the barrage of hot sparks.
Wait a minute, can we just look at that? Is that what they literally put the fireworks on? So you're telling me fireworks things that literally explode up in the sky are setting on them things? Why would you literally set it on that? That's like the worst thing ever. That's like me putting paper in water and then trying to write in it again. It's useless.
Fortunately, none of the children in attendance were hurt, and only a few adults suffered minor burns.
Okay, at least people didn't get severely injured and no children got harmed. But that is just like stupid. Like, why would you literally do that? If you're gonna do something like that, especially with fireworks, do it out in like an open zone. Preferably not somewhere where there's like grass and other stuff. Because if worst comes to the worst, like it could literally catch on fire.
Sawmill fire. In April of 2017, a wildfire burned through nearly 47,000 acres in the state of Arizona. and its origin was traced to a gender reveal stunt. While not the only massive blaze linked to such a party, the Sawmill fire, as it came to be known, is believed to have been the first. On April the 23rd, as part of the gender reveal celebrations, off-duty US Border Patrol agent Dennis Dickey shot at a target packed with a highly explosive substance called tannerite.
But why? Like, why are you literally doing that? I will never understand it. Also, wasn't there a big fire in LA that was caused from a gender reveal party? Why are they doing it? Like, I'm telling you, these people are literally blowing things up and burning half their country down.
In the Coronado State Forest, he missed the first few times but hit it on the fourth shot, triggering blue smoke and a fireball. The surrounding grass was instantly ignited, and Dickey reportedly tried to put it out but couldn't because of how rapidly the blaze was spreading.
Well, I mean, that doesn't surprise me considering he literally done it on dry grass. Yet again, if you're gonna do something like that, probably do it on like ground or like sand. I don't even know, could you do it in sand? Just don't do it somewhere where it could easily like ignite a massive fire.
He contacted the authorities and cooperated with them after taking responsibility for the fire. Conditions of unusually low precipitation for the region and winds of up to 40 miles per hour contributed to its rapid expansion. The fire burned for 11 days and ravaged terrain in spite of initial interventions from 5 air tankers and 3 helicopters carrying water. Containing and extinguishing it took the combined efforts of over 800 personnel from local, state, and federal agencies. No one was hurt and no buildings were damaged, but suppressing the Sawmill fire cost an estimated $8.2 million.
So the government literally spent $8.2 million on something that a stupid American man started just because he wanted to find out what gender his baby was in a weird way. I hope he got put into jail, and I really do hope that he got charged as well. Like, he needs to pay that amount of money back.
Dickey pleaded guilty to the charge of starting a fire without a permit. He was sentenced to 5 years probation and ordered to pay $200,000 in restitution. In November of 2018, under the Freedom of Information Act, the Arizona Daily Star obtained the initial video of Dickey shooting the explosive target. The footage circulated and was mocked by online users, some of whom also ridiculed the concept of gender reveal parties.
And I support them. That gender reveal parties are just stupid. Why can't you just do something normal, like have a cake, or I don't know, just wait until the baby's born? Anyways guys, that was some gender reveals that went wrong. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, press the big red subscribe button, and yes, I will see you all in my next video.